Coming up, the concerns and confusion surrounding Flagstaff's roundabouts. Plus, an NAU class where the choices are red or white. The news is next.
NAZ Today, Northern Arizona's local news.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm Kaylee Doyle.
And I'm Leilani Jose. Thanks for tuning in. You may have noticed some construction around town, including new roundabouts. They're part of the city's efforts to improve safety and keep traffic moving, but not everyone's quite used them yet.
City engineers appreciate the benefits roundabouts offer, but some residents are finding some people haven't yet adjusted to the different flow of traffic. NAZ's Aishaya Tainaka joins us with more.
Thanks, guys. This roundabout here at Beulah and University is one of the newest additions to Flagstaff streets. Whether you love them or find them confusing, roundabouts are becoming a part of driving here in Flagstaff. But city engineers say that there is a reason for this, and it has to do with keeping drivers safe.
The city says roundabouts aren't placed just anywhere. Each location is evaluated based on design, space, and whether it could actually make the intersection safer.
We see roundabouts, again, really on a case-by-case basis, but if we have the right-of-way and if we have a correct context, then they would be a tool in our toolbox.
And for some intersections, that decision comes down to crash data. A typical signalized intersection has 32 conflict points, while a modern roundabout has about 8.
Some of the roundabouts in town, like Turquoise Schweitzer and also the Four-Seater Lockett roundabout, were chosen because they had a history of severe crashes.
But there is a learning curve to roundabouts. Some drivers find them confusing at first.
I know how to use them, but I know others struggle with it. They don't know that you need to yield, or they will just almost crash into you. So it's been troublesome, but hopefully people just learn.
The only problem I really have with it is that when people are exiting, like see these cars, they're leaving the roundabout. Sometimes they want to stop and wait for you. Well, that's kind of dangerous because when the car's coming, they could slam into the back of the car and then push it into you and everything, so that's not very good.
Drivers are used to traditional red light signals at intersections, but as roundabouts become more common here, engineers hope drivers will get more comfortable using them. But Lemke says that hesitation is part of the learning curve.
Signals are so authoritative, and roundabouts really rely on the driver to make the decisions. That's like the big place where people feel uncomfortable as they approach it. But once you learn how to operate it, it is straightforward. It's just that step of learning.
So whether you love them or hate them, roundabouts are apparently here to stay. Back to you guys at desk.
Construction on the I-17 wildlife overpass has been put on pause for winter, but ADOT spokesman Doug Nitzel says it's good news for most of the major lane closures are over.
Those types of restrictions are behind us because the bridge decks have been poured. The crews don't have to be working directly over I-17. So we're going to move into the home stretch next year. And yes, there'll be the need for some restrictions at times, maybe some lane restrictions, but the worst of that is behind us.
52% of wildlife vehicle collisions in the region happen just outside of Flagstaff on the I-17. But even when the new overpass opens for traffic, the risk of hitting an animal will still be there.
I'm always stressing to folks, you're going to still need to be extremely cautious when you're using I-17, especially at nighttime when elk and deer are more likely to be on the move and crossing the highway. They're harder to see.
There's no scheduled date for the project to resume after the winter closure. It all depends on the weather. The Coconino High School Native American Club is hosting a winter bazaar this Saturday. The event will feature local vendors, treats, and festive holiday activities. The hours are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Coconino High School. Everyone is welcome. Efforts are underway in Flagstaff to strengthen the local food system.
The city is developing a food action plan which aims to create a more sustainable and resilient food economy. NAZ Today's Dylan Mishima has more.
Thank you, Leilani. The Flagstaff Sustainability Office has been developing this food plan for years. The goal is to make food more accessible to those who need it and boost the local food and farming economy.
The Flagstaff Food Action Plan is a 10-year roadmap to help address critical needs within Flagstaff and Northern Arizona related to things like resilience, food access, the local food farm and food industry economy.
The process began with the Community Food Assessment, which involved extensive research and community input to get a better understanding of the food system as it currently stands.
The Community Food System Assessment was a year-long process where the City of Flagstaff partnered with Flagstaff Food Link, New Venture Advisors, and many other community partners.
Among other things, the Food Action Plan is designed to support local farms, like Ruby Earth Gardens, with the goal of increasing locally grown, sustainable produce for Flagstaff.
I think that the Food Action Plan is really important. It's very important that these visions become policy. So that's why that is the city's part, is, essentially trying to pull everybody together to get a vision and a plan in place.
Ruby Earth Gardens grows a variety of crops, including potatoes and beans, right in the city. For more information and to follow the progress of the food plan, visit flagstaffconnect.org/foodactionplan. Dylan Mishima, NAZ Today.
Flagstaff was named the 2025 Dark Sky Place of the Year. Flagstaff became the first dark sky city in 2001 and has continued to make efforts towards controlling light pollution ever since Dark Sky International says that Flagstaff shows that large communities can sustain long-term dark sky efforts amidst rapid growth.
Grand Canyon National Park will be implementing water restrictions on the South Rim starting Saturday due to breaks in the pipeline that supplies water there. As a result, there will be no overnight guest lodging or outdoor fires. However, all food and beverage services will remain open, and the park will stay open for day use only.
It's called Coco with the Popo. The annual event hosted by Flagstaff Police is set for Friday, featuring hot chocolate, cookies, and carnival games. Santa will be landing his sleigh at 6:30 p.m. It's open to the public at Police Department on East Samuel Road. They will be accepting both wrapped and unwrapped gifts, as well as for the annual toy drive. The event starts at 5:30. These days, a college education isn't just about textbooks and exams. There's a lot more learning by doing. One example of that is a class at NAU that puts students' taste buds to the test.
NAZ Today's Noah McNeil not only reported, but experienced this class as a student himself.
That's right. It's a class where knowledge doesn't come down to simply black and white concepts. Instead, it's all a matter of red and white, as in wine tasting.
Whether you buy a cheap wine for a quick buzz or an expensive one for a special occasion, it's always important to recognize where it comes from.
Seeing the vintage of your Pinot Noir is only the beginning of the bottle's intricacies. The Hotel and Restaurant Management program at NAU offers a class for students hoping to get a better understanding of what goes into a bottle of wine.
I hope, if anything, I've inspired people to start the learning process about wine, because some people have studied wine their whole lives and they still don't know everything.
Through field trips and guest speakers, students are given the opportunity to try wines from countless regions.
The lessons went together so well, exploring all the wines of the world, even places I didn't know had wine.
When enrolling in this class, a student might think it's just a chance to sit around drinking wine, but Hatab says no, it's mostly business.
Hospitality, somewhere along their journey, they're going to be involved in some sort of beverage operations. And it's important for them to be able to talk about wine, not only with customers, but with vendors and the people selling them wine.
But students do get the chance to experiment weekly with themed tastings and even experience making their own mulled wines as the holidays approach.
I knew I was going to learn about identifying flavors, but now I'm able to tell the difference between a wine without knowing what it is before tasting it.
Now, I can tell you that sometimes a lesson might get a little hazy toward the end of the class as more tasting glasses were poured.
So now that I know about this mule wine, I can... What is it called? Now that I know about the mulled wine, I can go places and be like, man, can I get this wine, but can I get it mulled?
Still, I think we all had some good takeaways by tasting these wines. It was definitely a great class to have on Monday morning. I'm glad to have gained more knowledge on the many moving parts of the wine industry. Back to you guys.
This Friday, downtown Flagstaff is gearing up for all things Christmas. The annual Winter Wonderland and tree lighting event begins at 2:30.
There will be activities for all ages and plenty of free hot chocolate to stay warm. Santa will light up the tree at 6:15, marking the official beginning of the Christmas season here in Flagstaff. Santa is flying into Flagstaff starting this weekend. Every Sunday until Christmas, Santa will visit downtown to read festive stories to help get kids in the holiday spirit. Each week, Santa will be at a different local coffee shop. All the storybooks will be available at Brightside Bookshop.
NAU students turned trash into fashion recently with a project aimed at encouraging sustainability.
Buying fast fashion might be good for your wallet, but it creates a lot of waste. Each year, around 100 billion clothing items are produced worldwide. 92 million tons of these will be discarded. These student fashionistas don't want to be a part of the problem. They want to be a part of the solution.
We don't buy new clothes. We go to thrift stores or we borrow clothes from vendors like Basement Marketplace, Savers. We have partnerships with them where they lend us items for free.
According to club president Yersemi Gutierrez, trend cycles contribute to clothing waste on campus.
I feel like in college, people are more peer pressured to buy the latest trends, to get like all the new things, to look the best, to look the coolest.
The trash fashion is the work of the Northern Arizona Merchandising Association, or NAMA, a club that's been working the runway since 1979, sustainably.
Also, like, some of these items are from club members who donated it to our closet because they didn't want it anymore. So that's pretty cool. Like, you see like a sheen top, but then you also see like things that people made themselves.
These annual runway projects aren't just about aesthetics, they're political statements. Last semester, the theme of the runway was Viva la Revolution. Models strutted down the runway dressed as characters from banned books.
This was for the political banned book section, and this was for protesters, so I think specifically Fahrenheit 451. One of the girls, Kayla, she went out to the gun store and asked for like empty ammo shells.
NAMA recently announced their theme for their spring fashion show, Apocalypse.
Stemming from a lot of like political issues that are going on right now, we wanted to carry that on from our show last year, like Viva la Revolution.
The club will be creating looks under 4 categories: anarchy, overconsumption, AI, and the destruction of Earth. If you have any old clothes you don't wear, consider donating. Who knows, you might just see it on the runway.
The club hosts modeling tryouts every spring. Artemis Diaz, NAZ Today.
Coming up, a shy pup named Pomegranate is looking for her forever home. Stay with us.
Tomorrow night, we might be able to see the supermoon. Now, this occurs when both the moon is full and at its closest distance to the Earth. I'll tell you more if those clouds are clearing up later in the show.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. Well, with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Each week, we do a Pet of the Week, showcasing pets who are up for adoption in Flagstaff.
This week, we met a sweet Australian Shepherd mix. NAZ Today's Riley Kickbush has more.
Thank you, Kaylee. This week's Pet of the Week is Shy, but a loving sweetheart. Let's see what makes her so special. Humane shelter since January.
She does like to play. She's kind of shy. You know, once you get to know her and she gets to know you, she's pretty cool.
Once she warms up, Pomegranate's playful side comes out, especially when it comes to her favorite toys.
She don't really play in front of people as much, but I think she does like scrunchy toys, such as this sheep thing. So she'll run around, grab it, toss it up.
Pomegranate likes walks and behaves well off-leash. She is already fixed, vaccinated, and ready for adoption. There are many dogs, cats, and other animals at Coconino Humane looking for a home right now. If you are looking for a great addition to your family, take a look. And anyone interested in volunteering, they can always use the help. For more information, visit coconinohumane.org. Riley Kickbush, NAZ Today.
The Bright Side Bookshop downtown unveiled a new mural created by local artist Joel Geist and funded by the Beautification Action Grant. Behind the bookshop, viewers are transported to a seat at a writer's desk. The 3D mural is titled The Writing Process, a process that requires patience, courage, a good feline writing partner, and a lot of caffeine. It serves as a reminder to aspiring authors, don't give up.
With a runner on first base. Now 2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
I just found out my work party is a +1. You want to go? This is my boss, Ella.
Nice to meet you, Greg.
You're welcome. Nope, I'm high. But I'll clean the kitchen while you're gone.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
Pool party at Jesse's. Can you drive? I'm toasted.
Nope, I'm high. But I can order us a ride.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
My name is Reese Clark, and I'll be your weather forecaster for the evening. Now, looking ahead at our current temperature in Flagstaff, we're sitting at 32 degrees of a high today. And we definitely felt that when we woke up, seeing that snow coming down, and it was very chilly this morning. We're keeping that 10 miles per hour winds going east, and then going ahead and looking at our precipitation coverage, we see those clouds kind of moving through the middle and northern parts of Arizona. Looking at our current temperatures throughout the state, down in Phoenix, we have a high of 66, Yuma with a high of 69, and Tucson with a high of 60. Definitely a lot warmer than it is in that northern Arizona region. Now, when we look deeper up into northern Arizona, we see Prescott with a high of 42 today, Grand Canyon with a high of 34, and Winslow with a high of 35, keeping it very chilly throughout the northern Arizona region. Looking ahead at tonight's overnight temperatures in Flagstaff, it is staying cold. It's going to be 25 degrees throughout majority of the night. And as the night goes on, in the morning, it'll be going even lower to 24 degrees. So make sure to bundle up. I know I will have my heated blanket on tonight. Looking at tomorrow's forecast, we can see it's going to rise a little bit, but again, staying chilly with a high of 34 tomorrow. We might be seeing some snow, and that cloud coverage is going to keep staying in, so be on the lookout for that. Going ahead and taking a look at our 5-day forecast. Again, tomorrow it's going to be at a high of 41 with a low of 15. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit sunny. As I mentioned earlier in the show, we will be having that super moon, and I'm hoping this sun clears up the snow and we'll be able to see that tomorrow. Throughout the rest of the week, it's going to be warming up with on Sunday and Monday a high of 49. I'm really looking forward to that sun coming through. Well, that's all the weather I have for you. Stay tuned for sports with Jesselyn Garcia after the break.
One scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
When the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
I'm relying on luck, but who knows if it'll be on my side.
When it comes to disasters and emergencies, it's not a matter of if, but when. Take control. 1. Assess your needs. 2. Make a plan. 3. Engage your support network. Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Welcome back to NAZ Today. I'm Jesselyn Garcia, and I am so excited to be your sports reporter for the evening. Now, a lot has happened since we've last seen you, so we have a lot to catch up on. Let's get right into it, starting with NAU football. The Lumberjacks season came to a close against Weber State as NAU fell 48-28 in Utah. The loss prevented the Lumberjacks from securing a spot in the FCS playoffs for the second straight season. NAU finishes with an overall record of 7-5, breaking even in conference play, going 4-4.
We did some good things this year. We put back-to-back winning seasons together for the first time, and that this program has done that in the last 10 years, I believe it is, and won. We were part of a 9-game home winning streak. That's a record. We did some really good things, won some big games, showed a lot of resiliency, I think, at times this year as a team, and showed what kind of people we have in our organization.
Despite not making the playoffs, many of the Lumberjacks still had success this season. 4 players were named Big Sky All-Conference First Team. This includes wide receiver and kick returner Colby Katzis, linebacker Travis Arena, defensive back Quentin Moten, and punter Dan Aquila. Over the break, the NAU volleyball season also came to an end in the Big Sky Conference tournament in the quarterfinal round against the Idaho State Bengals, which included a rally that lasted over a minute long in set 2.
It's going to be Smith again. Barlow is there. So see, now that one will not be called because it stayed on their side of the net. Was it clean? No, but it's on their side of the net. Oh. Finally getting off the hands of Jaden.
That would be the theme of the night for the Lumberjacks as they fell to the Bengals in a hard-fought match, going all the way to 5 sets. Though the Lumberjacks retired early in the championship, they were named the Big Sky champions of the regular season. MVP Hannah Stoddard, who reached 1,000 career kills this season, Sophia Wadsworth, and Gigi Greenlee were all named to the All-Conference First Team after dominating the court all season long. The regular season outright title is the first in program's history, earning the hosting spot for the 2026 Big Sky Championships. As for our winter sports, NAU men's basketball is off to a strong start with a winning streak of 3 games and overall record of 4-2, and second in Big Sky standings. In the Lumberjacks' last match against the Southeast Missouri State Redhawks, redshirt junior Ryan Abelman dominated the court, scoring 20 points, followed by redshirt sophomore Zach Davidson, who put 17 points on the scoreboard. The Jacks are facing off right now against the South Dakota State Jackrabbits, and we'll have coverage right here on NAZ Today. On the note of basketball, NAU women's basketball has had a rough start to their season, with a record of 1-8, sitting at last place for conference standings. The Jacks just faced off against the St. Thomas Tommies this morning in the Big Sky Summit Challenge, and it was a tough match, with the Jacks falling to the Tommies 74-66. Naomi White led the team, getting about a third of the team's points with a strong 19 points throughout the match. The team will play again this Saturday against the South Dakota State Jackrabbits with the tip-off at 2 p.m. Soccer season has started for our local teams, and Flagstaff High hosted Boulder Creek for their season opener Monday afternoon. Sports reporter Reese Clark went to the game and has the recap.
After losing 13 seniors last year, Flagstaff girls soccer is almost a new team.
Boulder Creek made the trip up the mountain to challenge the Eagles and walked away with a 3-0 victory.
We lost 13 seniors last year too, so we have like this rebuilding season as well, is what people are thinking. But I think from what I saw here, like the girls are ready to play. They're ready to compete at a high level. So
Boulder Creek freshman Zeta Ford opened up the match early, scoring within the first few minutes. The Eagles responded with physicality, but it was not enough to stop the Jaguars.
It's all about effort, like how much, like when you're 50-50, how are you going to compete? Always looking to win. I'm looking forward to goals. I think we had some good opportunities today, but until we start finishing goals, it's going to be hard to win a game, right?
To secure the win, Boulder Creek freshman Kayla Falk slotted 2 goals into the net, ending the game 3-0.
They're a solid team. I think all it does is prepare us for the games that we're trying to get into in the postseason.
The Eagles' next match is on Tuesday, where they will host the Mesquite Wildcats at 3 p.m. Reese Clark, 1, 2, 3, NAZ Sports.
Well, that's all the sports I have for you today. I'm Jesslyn Garcia, and we'll be right back after the break with Reese Clark with the weather update. See you next semester.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Once again, looking at that 5-day forecast in Flagstaff, tomorrow with a high of 41 with a low of 15, going to be raising throughout the weekend. And those sunny skies are going to be coming through with a high of 49 on Sunday and Monday. This is our last show of the semester. Does anyone have any plans over break?
I mean, I know for sure that I'll be going back to Colorado, getting some snow time in, hopefully.
I'm just visiting family. Yeah, I'm excited to go home and just be with my family for the month, honestly.
Awesome. I know I'm definitely going to go visit some family. I already did my Black Friday shopping over Thanksgiving, but I still do have some Christmas shopping to do, so I need to check that off my list for sure.
I'm excited to participate in some of the traditions I'm used to. But that's all we have for you today. We'll be back early next year with another season of NAZ Today. Thanks for watching and happy holidays.